It all started about a month ago, and I can still remember it like it was yesterday. I was just doing something as simple as going to my garage, you know? No big deal, just going to grab something. It was a quiet evening, no wind at all, just calm. When I opened the garage door, I pushed it toward the wall with a normal amount of force. Not too hard, not too soft. It was just normal. But the moment I stepped inside, something changed. Something off hit me like a cold wave. My skin crawled and I could feel my heartbeat pick up for no reason. I shrugged it off and went about my business. I walked over to the fridge and opened it, trying to ignore that sinking feeling in my gut. And that's when it happened. I turned around and the garage door started swinging back and forth, back and forth. I couldn't explain it. It was almost like something invisible was tugging on it, making it move like that. My heart dropped into my stomach, and I grabbed whatever I needed and bolted out of there faster than I ever thought I could run. I had this horrible feeling that the door was going to slam shut behind me, and I just knew I had to get out before it did. I didn't think much about it for a few days. Maybe I was just imagining things, but the feeling didn't go away. It lingered, and then it started escalating. Little things at first. I'd feel like someone was behind me. A cold chill would run up my spine, and I'd turn around, but there'd be no one there. It happened more and more, like a shadow hanging over me that I couldn't shake. One afternoon, my dad took the dog out for a walk and left me alone at the house. I was the only one there. All the doors were locked. I was on my phone, just relaxing when I heard something unmistakable. The sound of my dog's leash being taken off and him shaking it. You know the sound, right? That clink of the metal buckle? It was so clear I froze. I called out for my dad, thinking he had come back early, but there was no answer. I figured he hadn't heard me, so I waited, listening for his footsteps. But all I heard was shuffling from the kitchen. I thought maybe he was busy or didn't hear me, but after 10 minutes of nothing, I called his name again, this time louder. Still no answer. My heart started racing as I walked to the kitchen. I should have known something was wrong, but when I got there, no one was in the kitchen. I froze. I could feel my breath catch in my chest. I walked through the house, looking everywhere, but there was no sign of anyone. My dad came home about 5 minutes later, and when I told him what happened, he just brushed it off. He didn't get it. But that wasn't the worst part. A few days later, something even weirder happened. My grandma, who has Alzheimer's, was coming over. My mom told me she was going to pick her up, so I knew she was on her way. After a while, my mom left to pick up my sister, and I was home alone again. A few minutes later, I heard my grandma's voice clear as day, saying goodbye to my mom. I was confused. Grandma was already here, wasn't she? I went downstairs to say hi to her, but when I got there, no one was there. I ran back upstairs, my heart pounding in my chest. When my mom came home about 30 minutes later with Grandma, I couldn't stop shaking. I still don't know what happened. And then there was the night I woke up to something that still haunts me. I got out of bed and started changing, and that's when I noticed a handprint on my upper thigh. I'd been sleeping, and I knew my hand hadn't been there the night before. I looked at the handprint, and it was smaller than mine. Too small for it to be mine. My skin crawls just thinking about it. But nothing could prepare me for what happened next. My friend and I were having a sleepover. We went outside to a field near the house to read. It was peaceful. We were just enjoying the evening. No weird feelings, nothing out of the ordinary. 2 hours later, we came back, and I saw my sister on the hammock outside. She looked at me, this confused look on her face. "How long were you guys gone for?" she asked. 2 hours, I said, trying to brush it off. "We left just after dinner." "That's so creepy," she said. "I literally heard you guys laughing and shuffling in your room. I thought you were still in there." My blood ran cold. My friend and I looked at each other, and for a second, I thought I might pass out from fear. We hadn't been anywhere near the room. We were outside the whole time. That's when things started to get really weird. Around 11 p.m., we decided to make some popcorn. We went to the machine, grabbed the kernels, and started popping them. As I walked back to the counter, I saw it. A face, peeking around the corner from behind the wall by the door. It was quick, just a flash, but I saw it. A small child, Hispanic, maybe 8 or 9 years old. His eyes were empty, like there was nothing behind them. I froze. My friend gasped. We didn't say a word, just bolted upstairs. My legs felt like lead. We went into my parents' bedroom, which was closest to the stairs. I couldn't stop shaking. We stayed there for a while, but then we decided we wanted to play cards. The cards were in my room on the other end of the hallway. We ran down the hall. About halfway down, I felt it. That suffocating dread. Like something was behind us, following us. I turned around and nothing. I could feel the hairs on my neck stand up. I thought I saw something, I whispered. We ran back to my room as fast as we could. And just as we were catching our breath, my sister burst in. Guys, I need to tell you something, but I don't want to scare you. I could already feel the fear creeping up my spine. What? I asked, voice shaking. She stared at us wide-eyed. When I was out on the hammock, I saw you both leave your room through the window. I saw the light fill the hallway, and right after you came out, I saw a third figure start to follow you. It dashed down the stairs. I felt the room go cold. My friend and I looked at each other, speechless. We hadn't been alone. We'd been followed. She said it was a shadow figure, about 5 feet 5 inches. If I hadn't turned around, I don't know what would have happened. I still get goosebumps thinking about it. It's been a month, and I still don't feel safe in my own house. It's like something is always watching me. I can't shake the feeling that it's still here, lurking, waiting. I don't know what's going on, but I wish I'd never gone into that garage. Every little sound, every shift in the air makes my heart race now. And I can't stop wondering, what if I'm not alone after all?